Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could strum through a song called Rootin' for My Baby by Miley Cyrus. And we end up capoing this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording. We're going to start off on an E minor chord, and when we play E minor, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to an F major. We'll talk about an easy way to play that, but if you know the bar F major, you do your first finger across the entire 1st fret, the second finger on the G string 2nd fret, third finger on the A string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now a good substitute for that, though, if you're just starting out, is something called F major 7. When we play F major 7, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. And our intro and our verse and our chorus actually just kind of alternate between those chords, kind of E minor, da da da, F, E minor, F. And you hear this cool little arpeggio where you can play the open E, and then open B, open G. And then we could kind of play the low E string on the 1st fret with the 2nd fret on the G. And I'm kind of doing that hybrid picking, so I'm using my pick for my bass and kind of playing the G string 2nd with the finger. And then 1st fret on the B string. And then you could even throw in the 2nd fret on the G again, or the 3rd fret on the D string is kind of an idea too. So you'd have that open E, B, G, 1 and 2 together, 1, 2, 3, open B, open G, 1 and 2 together, 1, 2, 3, if you wanted to kind of match that lick. But a lot of times to support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. And so we took the E minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our verse chorus. We'd have E minor, down, up, down, up, until we get to our pre-chorus part. And our pre-chorus, we start on E minor, but then we go to a D major chord. And when we play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E on the 2nd fret, and the third finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the D major, we're going to be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret, and if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we're going to be going right back to our F major chord. Now the weird part about the pre-chorus, though, is all our chords are kind of half. So one way to do that is just do the down, down, up of the strum pattern on each chord. So we'd have E minor with the down, down, B, down, down, C, down, down, up, F, down, down, E minor, down, down, B, down, down, C, down. Is to play along with Miley Cyrus. Instead of starting on an E minor chord, she's starting on a G minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your E minor is really a G minor, your F major is really an A flat major, your D major is really an F major, and your C major is really an E flat major. But to take it from the very beginning, you might want to kind of kick it off with kind of that intro lick actually that we were kind of talking about around the E minor and the F. So that might be kind of a cool way to kind of let everybody know, oh my gosh, Rootin' for My Baby, I love that song. So that could be a cool way to kind of intro the tune. Or you could just strum through that. And then we'd have E minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, F, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, F. Basically be repeating that until we get to our pre-chorus part. And then on our pre-chorus we got the E minor, down, up, D, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, E minor, down, up, D, down, up, C, down, up, F, our chorus part. So back to the E minor F idea. Now one other thing I'd think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the E minor you'd have the low E for your bass. On the bar F you'd have the low E for the bass. On the F major 7 you'd have the D for the bass. On the D chord you'd have the D string for your bass. And on the C we'd have the A string for a bass. So we tried that next chorus with the bass down, up, down, up. We'd have E minor the bass, down, up, down, back to the bass, down, up, down, E minor the bass, down, up, down, back to the bass, down, up, down, E minor the bass, down, up, down, back to the bass, down, up, down, E minor the bass, down, up, down, back to the bass, down, up, down. Then we'll basically be repeating that until we get to our next pre-chorus. And if you wanted to, you could throw basses in on that too and kind of do a bass down up on each chord. And then you have E minor the bass, down to the D bass, down to C with an A bass, down to the bass, down to E minor, to the D bass, C with an A bass, the bass, down to E minor the bass, down to the D bass, down to C with an A bass, down to the bass, down to E minor the bass, down to the D bass, down to C with an A bass, down to the bass, down. And then from there, we'll be going back into our chorus part. Now one other idea that if you kind of dig on this actually, because it might be easier to do fingerstyle actually, especially on that intro lick, kind of working kind of thumb for your bass notes and then kind of fingers for the other notes of the lick. So you might want to kind of use that idea as a fingerstyle thing, or a really easy arpeggio to start with if you're kind of interested in fingerstyle. Is you could do thumb, and then as kind of your bass player, your index finger can kind of get locked into the G string, middle finger to the B string, and ring finger to the high E string. And if you kind of use thumb, index, middle, ring, it's kind of like a really easy arpeggio. So kind of going straight through the strings, bass, G, B, E. But I'm doing thumb, index, middle, ring. So you can almost kind of do that twice on the E minor and then twice on the F through your chorus progression if you're kind of interested in kind of trying that as kind of a finger style idea. That could be kind of a cool way to do the chorus too. So F, E minor, F. And then when you get to your next pre-chorus, you basically do that pattern one time on each chord. So you'd have your E minor, D, C with an A bass, F, E minor, D with a D bass, C with an A bass, F bass, E minor, D, C, F, E minor, D, C, F. And then from there, they would be going back into our chorus part. So if you were going to kind of keep that going, you'd have kind of the two patterns on each chord. E minor, bass, index, middle, ring, twice, bass, index, middle, ring, E minor, F, E minor, F. Or you might want to kind of work that as kind of that lick. And then kind of save the arpeggio for the pre-chorus. Might be kind of a cool way to do it too. But that's the basics of how you get strummed through Rootin' for My Baby by Miley Cyrus. So good luck!